I'm a yoga teacher here in Raleigh, North Carolina, so I'm super excited to teach you this morning power flow. Just so you all know, you are muted this morning. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna put a Spotify playlist within the chat. Totally up to you if you'd like to use it or not. This way you can, play along the music along with me in the background. Once again, totally up to you. Maybe you have music that you want to use. You can also always flow in silence. One thing that I would add, if you feel comfortable, I'd love it if you could turn on your video. It's really nice to see bodies flowing, normally in a room together. So it's kind of fun to see each other virtually, but again, no pressure at all. As you probably know, this class is kind of donations, pay what you can. So if you feel inclined, my Venmo is in the chat. Once again, no pressure, completely up to you. And why don't we go ahead and get started? So we will go ahead and get started in child's pose this morning. Knees wide on the mat. Sink your hips to your heels. Extend your fingertips long in front of you. If you don't have a mat this morning, that's fine. You can use a towel. You can even be on the floor. Know that this pose is always here for you. So throughout class, if you get tired or want to take a break, this is a great place to go. So just begin to settle in. Start to bring your attention to your inhales and exhales. Really noticing them for the first time today. Feeling as air moves in through your body and out again. Allow yourself to get heavier and heavier with each breath. Take a second here to recognize that on this mat, in this space for this half an hour, you are free to be vulnerable. You are free to feeling without judgment, just noticing what's going on emotionally, spiritually, physically. Ancient sages created this practice because they found that it was the fluctuations of the mind that brought us the most unhappiness. It was looking to the past for fulfillment, always planning for the future, trying to grasp onto material things, thinking if we only had that, then we would be happy. But the truth is, we have the ability to create our own happiness by staying in the moment, in this moment, the only one that matters. So even during this hard time, we have the ability to create that happy place, to ease the fluctuations of our mind when your mind keeps pulling you out of the present moment, and we use our breath to help us stay in the moment. So wherever you are in your breath cycle, just release all the stale air out of your mouth. Nice and loud, like you're fogging up the space in front of your mouth. Inhale through the nose for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open mouth, nice and loud. Navel to spine. Now inhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open mouth, exhale. Let it all go for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, inhale, fill up. Make this your biggest and deepest breath. Hold at the top for 3, 2, 1. Open mouth, exhale. Let something go you've been holding on to, fear, worry, anxiety. This time you're gonna inhale through the nose. At the top, close your mouth, exhaling through your nose, constricting the back of your throat. It's gonna create this ocean-like sound. This is your Ujjayi pranayama. These deep inhales and exhales through your nose. This is the breath you're gonna flow with throughout class. It's gonna provide heat from the inside out. Inhale, side stretch. Begin to walk your fingertips all the way over to the right side of the room, coming off of the mat and onto the floor. Internally rotate your left shoulder down to the mat, feeling a stretch through your left side body, through your intercostal muscles. Inhale to the left, fingertips walk back through center all the way over to the right side of the room. Once again, internally rotate that right shoulder down, right hip stays planted. Inhale, fingertips reach back forward. Maybe you come up onto your fingertips, melting your chest down to the ground. And on your exhale, find tabletop position. Shift forward, shoulders stack over knees, shoulders stack over wrists, hips over knees. Cat-cow. Inhale, belly drops, gaze lifts, tailbone extends up towards the sky. Exhale, round and curl, chin to chest, arch through your spine. Inhale, belly drops, gaze lifts, tailbone extends up towards the sky. Exhale, round and curl, chin to chest. One more time. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, round and curl. Remember, using your breath to drive your movement. Return to your neutral tabletop position. Dancing lion. Walk your fingertips a little bit forward. Now begin to create big circles with your hips. There's no proper alignment here, so close your eyes, check in. Take any movement that feels good in your body today. Back and forth, side to side. Maybe you take wrist stretches. Begin to even out your sides if you haven't already. Return to your neutral tabletop position. Tuck your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips move up and back. Option to pedal out your dog here, bending one knee and then the other, just beginning to get into the hamstrings. They might feel tight because it's the morning. Once again, just noticing without any judgment. Come to your neutral downward facing dog, just taking a second to focus on form, to connect that awareness to where your body is. Fingertips are spread as wide as possible on the mat. Press into the L shape of your hand. Internally wrap your triceps towards your face. Tailbone extends up towards the sky. Chest melts down towards the ground. Heels energetically reach for the ground. They don't need to touch. It's okay if you have bent knees. A nice and slow plank pose. Inhale, come high into the balls of the feet. Slowly shift forward into your plank, moving one vertebrae at a time. Always an option to lower down to your knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips move up and back, beginning to engage that core this morning. 2 more times like that. Inhale, high onto the toes. Slowly shift forward, navel to spine. And exhale, downward facing dog. Hips move up and back. Last time, inhale, high onto the toes. Slowly shift forward. We'll stay here for a full breath. Fingertips wide on the mat, arch through the space in between your shoulder blades. Hug your navel to spine. Take one more inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips move up and back, looking so strong, yogis. Inhale, high into the toes. Listen for change. Slowly tiptoe all the way to the top of the mat. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Just let everything go here. Extend the crown of the head all the way down to the ground. Bend your knees as much as you need. Option for Ragdoll Pose. Grabbing onto opposite elbows, sway back and forth. Nod your head yes, shake your head no. Releasing that tension through your neck and shoulders. Shoulder stretch. Interlace your fingertips at the base of your spine. Now pull your knuckles to the front of the room. To deepen this stretch, palms come together to touch. Remember, everything is optional. If this doesn't feel good, fingertips by your side. Release your fingertips to the mat. Heel toe your feet together to touch. Keep a sliver of space between your heels. Bend the knees and gently roll up one vertebrae at a time. Shoulder blades roll up and back. Hands come to heart center. Close your eyes once again, just coming back to your intention. Remembering to use your breath to stay in the present moment. You have the power to control your mind, to find that happiness even during tough times. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale as a community. Palms come down your sides. Inhale, arms overhead, Tadasana. Extend through your fingertips, reach towards the sky. On an exhale, goal post your arms and take a back bend. Gaze lifts. Inhale back through center. Exhale, hands come to heart center, forward fold with a flat back. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips to shins, extend through the crown of the head. Exhale, fold 2 more times. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips to shins. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plank pose, plant your palms, step back. We've been here before, you should feel warm. Inhale, shift forward. On your exhale, lower all the way down to the mat for 4, 3, 2, 1. Cobra Pose, palms come down by your sides. Inhale, lift your chest. So feet on the floor, be light in your fingertips. Option to stay here, upward facing dog. Press into your palms, the top of the feet. Thighs lift off the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Tuck your toes. Hips move up and back. Those are our sun A's, moving breath to movement. Inhale, come high into the balls of the feet. Look to the top of the mat. Exhale, step or jump to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, arms sweep overhead, Tadasana. Exhale, take your back bend. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, forward fold with a flat back. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga, plant your palms, step it back. Shift forward, exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips up and back. Last time, inhale, high into the toes, look to the top of the mat. Exhale, step or jump, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, arms sweep overhead, maybe fingertips touch. Exhale, goal post your arms, gaze lifts. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, forward fold, your moving meditation. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga, jump or step back. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. You're looking so strong this morning. Inhale, 3-legged dog, right leg high. Flex your toes down towards the ground. Lift through the back of the hamstring. Exhale, knee to nose, hug it in, shoulders stack over wrists. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, hug it in, look to the top of the mat, flex your toes towards your face. Runner's lunge, step it through. Knee stacks over ankle. Option to grab blocks, or if you have books, water bottles to put your fingertips on. Twisted lunge, left fingertips down, right fingertips up towards the sky, right shoulder stacks on top of left. Always option to modify by putting your left knee to the mat. Runner's lunge, right fingertips to the mat. Low lunge, left knee on top of the foot to the mat. Interlace your fingertips, place them on your right thigh. Now press your right knee forward. I want you to extend your tailbone down towards the ground. You should feel that stretch through your left hip flexor. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, goal post your arms, take your back bend, press into the top of your left foot for stability. Inhale back through center. Exhale, half splits. Fingertips to the mat. Shoot your hips to the back of the room, flexing your right toes towards your face, folding over that right leg. You might need to walk your right leg forward. You want your left knee, hip stacked over your knee. So you don't want to be back here. You want to be stacked. And just breathe into the stretch. If you're like me, hamstrings are pretty tight in the morning. That's okay. Just breathing into the sensation. Runner's lunge, shift forward, knee stacks over ankle, tuck your back toes. Inhale, crescent lunge. Strong in your lower body, the arms extend overhead. Come high into the ball of your left foot to sink lower in that front lunge. Warrior two, open it up. Left heel roots down. Left toes point to your top left corner of your mat. Right foot in line with back arch. Fingertips are strong and straight. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Flip your front palm. Right bicep to ear. Light in your left fingertips. Runner's lunge. Hands come to frame your right foot. Warrior three. Begin to walk your fingertips forward. Launch off of your left leg. Your left leg extends up towards the sky. Point your left toes down towards the ground. Option to stay here or lift your chest. Maybe your hands come to heart center. Find your drishti, a focal point on the ground to focus on. Runner's lunge, fingertips to the mat, big step back. Side plank, left palm to the mat. Come onto the edge of your left foot. Your right foot is gonna stack on top of your left. To modify, your left knee comes down to the mat. To advance, maybe you lift your right foot off of your left. Challenge yourself, try something new. Inhale, plank pose, right palm down. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips up and back. Looking beautiful this morning. Left side, inhale, three-legged dog, left leg high. Point those toes down towards the ground. Exhale, knee to nose, hug it in. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulder stack over wrists. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, look to the top of the mat. Runner's lunge, step it through. You might need to walk your left foot up a little bit. Knee stacks over ankle, light on your fingertips, open through your collarbones. Twisted lunge, right fingertips down, left fingertips up towards the sky. Runner's lunge, left fingertips back down. Low lunge, right knee and top of the foot to the mat. Interlace your fingertips on your left knee. Press that knee forward. Now really tuck that tailbone. Feel a stretch through that right hip flexor. Inhale, arms overhead. On your exhale, goalpost your arms, take your back bend, gaze lifts. Inhale through center. Exhale, half splits, fingertips to the mat. Shoot your hips to the back of the room. Flex your left toes towards your face. Maybe you shimmy that left foot up a little bit. Remember those deep inhales and exhales through your nose. Runner's lunge, shift forward, knee stacks over ankle, tuck your right toes, right knee lifts. Root to rise, crescent lunge, inhale. Sitting low in that front lunge, knee stacks over ankle. Warrior two, open it up. Front foot in line with back arch. Press your left knee towards the pinky toe side edge of your foot. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Flip your front palm, left bicep to ear. Find length through that side body. Runner's lunge, hands come to frame your front foot. Warrior three, begin to walk your fingertips forward. Extend your right leg up towards the sky. Option to stay here or hands come to heart center. Runner's lunge, fingertips to the mat, big step back with your right foot. Twist, side plank. Right palm to the mat, right foot stacks on top of left. Left foot stacks on top of right, sorry guys. Remember, you can always lower your knee down to the mat. Option to lift your Left foot off of your right. Inhale, plank pose, left palm to the mat. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come high into the balls of the feet, look to the top of the mat. Exhale, step or jump, top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, chair pose, Utkatasana. Heel toe your feet together to touch. Sink your hips low, tailbone extends down towards the ground. Arms reach up towards the sky. If this hurts your shoulders, bring your hands to heart center. And breathe. Inhale. On your exhale, arrow your arms, extend your fingertips behind you. Hug them into the midline. Now lift up through your pinkies. One more time like that. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, arrow. Inhale, chair, pause. On your exhale, hands come to heart center. Twist to the right. Left elbow hooks onto the outside edge of your right knee. If you feel your left knee jutting forward, press your left knee back in space. Getting a little crazy. Look down at a point in front of you. Press your left heel to glute and slowly step it back. Twisted crescent lunge. So strong. Option to open your arms. Lift your chest. Keep your arms open and just lift your chest. So you're gonna land left fingertips stretching forward, right to the back of the room. Beautiful. Inhale, arms overhead, crescent lunge. Exhale, runner's lunge, palms to the mat. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, one last side. Inhale, high into the toes, look to the top of the mat. Exhale, step or jump, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. This is a night short class. I don't know about you, but I'm sweating, so I'm gonna make us all sweat. Inhale. Let's get those arrow arms going. Extend your fingertips behind you. Maybe you hover your heels off of the mat this time. Inhale, chair. Exhale, arrow your arms, sweep them behind you. Inhale, arms overhead. Hands come to heart center and twist. Right elbow hooks onto the outside edge of your left knee. You want to sink your hips low to lift your chest and internally rotate. Flamingo. Look down at a point in front of you. Shift all your weight into your left foot, right heel to glute. Now slowly step it back. Twisted crescent lunge. Option to open your arms. Now begin to lift your chest strong in your lower body. Left fingertips to the back of the room, right forward. Beautiful. Inhale, crescent lunge, both arms overhead. Exhale, runner's lunge, hands come down to meet the mat. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come high into the toes, look to the top of the mat. Exhale, step or jump, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Heel toe your feet together to touch. Toes stand. Come high into the balls of your feet. Sink your hips to your heels. Hands come to heart center. And just breathe, finding your balance. Option to lift your glutes off of your heels. Boat pose, Navasana. Glutes come down to the mat. Feet come parallel, shins come parallel to the mat. Option to stay here or lower onto your forearms. Completely up to you. Fingertips reach forward. Inhale. Exhale, low boat. Hover everything off of the mat. Beautiful. Inhale, lift. We're in this together. Exhale, lower. One more. Inhale, lift. Use your breath. Exhale, Inhale, lower and hold for 3, 2, 1. Release all the way down to the mat. You made it, just beginning to cool down. Hug your right knee into your chest. Bring your right knee towards your right shoulder, bypassing your rib cage. And exhale, twist right knee over to the left side of the room. Gaze over your right fingertips. Coming back to those slow, deep inhales and exhales through your nose. Right knee hugs back into your chest. Release your right leg all the way down to the mat. Inhale, left knee into your chest. Left knee towards left shoulder. And exhale, twist left knee over to the right side of the room. Gaze over your left fingertips. Hug your left knee back into your chest. Let's take figure 4. Plant your right foot on the mat. Left ankle crosses over right thigh. Now hug your right knee into your chest. Feeling a stretch through the left hip flexor. And switch it out. Left foot plants on the mat. Right ankle stacks over left. Now hug that left knee into your chest. Beautiful. Bring both knees into your chest. Take a second. Curl up into a little ball. Forehead to knees for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, find Shavasana. Legs extend long on the mat. Palms are by your sides. Close your eyes here and just begin to settle in. You've arrived. Just continue where you are, laying on the mat. This is the most important part of the practice, right here. Take a second here to recognize the difference between how you feel now from when you first started this practice. Take a body scan starting at your toes, working your way all the way up your legs, into your hips, your torso, your chest. Allow that energy to move down your arms. Eventually, allow that energy to move back upstream, up your arms, into your neck. Release any last tension through your shoulders, your jaw, your forehead. And take a second to recognize once again that you are not alone. We are here breathing, moving together as a community. That although we can't be together right now, we have this amazing opportunity to connect with people in different locations, to really do the internal work. When you're ready, begin to roll over to your favorite side and slowly make your way up to a seated position. Bring your hands to heart center. It has been my honor to guide you all this morning. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. My Venmo is also there. Inhale your hands to your third eye. The love, light, and me honors, respects, and loves the love and light in all of you. Namaste. Thank you all for joining me. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in here, or any feedback. It was so great having you all. Let's see, any questions for me? I think we're good to go.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.